I like this already.
Take one.
Do you? So SoundCloud?
Maybe I should put the SoundCloud link to. It's a nice beat right there.
Born a star. You see this man glistens.
Fresh to death, stay geared like transmissions.
You ain't know.
I don't know how I knew the words, but
Too many rappers
I just did.
lacking style. I'm on a killing spree. They bodies are stacking piles. I light it on fire. They'll burn like black and miles. Flames and ashes, blazing axes. Won't stop till the world breaks its framing axes. True to my demeanor, they hear my name and ask, is that man got a plan or is he just bananas? I reply by stating we not actors. I will set the bar on which we judge rappers. In the future, the only question they'll ask is if he spits fire, is he half as hot as Black is? You see, I give my fans what they ask for, and I'm hot as shit when it drops out the asshole.
Hot as shit when it drops out the asshole. What's up, everyone?
Who's that?
Welcome to Intoxicated Opinions. SoundCloud says it's some dude named Black, so I'm gonna put the link below.
Born a star, huh?
You check that person out. What we got on the plate today? What are we discussing today?
Oh, man.
Something's hot in the news. I seen it on my Facebook.
What's her name? Leah
Thomas, yeah.
Leah Thomas. Wow.
The first question is, would you?
Would I what? Would I fucking what?
It's okay if you say yeah.
First of
Would
all,
you?
let's stop playing. Let's stop playing.
You gonna answer the question? You gonna be
Never. Never.
Hey man, love is love. It's 2022, my dude.
Bro, this is getting ridiculous, dog.
What the fuck?
This is ridiculous.
It's 2022 and love is love, and I believe in fairness and equality.
So Leah Thomas just won the 2022 NCAA women's swimming
competition. Yeah,
Yeah. And
Congratulations, Leah.
Leah Thomas is what? A transgender
Female.
Okay. So this is crazy. This is crazy.
What is it crazy? Now, we were just talking about last week. We were talking about feminism, right? And we said, why don't we just have one sport? Well, we're starting to have one sport, right?
No. This is somebody taking over women's sport. It's an individual who's taking over women's sport, and what it did was knocked out a natural born woman from 16th position, took away a first place position from a natural woman and gave it to Leah Thomas,
who identifies as a woman. Don't give me those awkward pauses, bro.
Oh, what are we talking about here?
Listen. So,
matter of fact, Twitter, I think, suspended the account of the 16th player who complained about it. Didn't say anything wrong, but they suspended it. Suspended her account.
Because it's 2022, we can't have hate talk going to transgender.
That's what they said. It was hate speech, but she never said anything hateful in it.
She probably questioned Leah's identity. She's not really a woman, right? That's probably what she said. That's what she said. Leah is a woman.
You asking me, I'm saying right. What do you want me to say? I just don't understand this. I don't understand why.
So,
somebody who didn't place first in the men's, who was a failure, for some reason crossed over because they felt a certain way, and then they placed first in women.
Did they even try for the men's?
Yes.
They did?
And he didn't, He wasn't first. He wasn't top 10.
I didn't know that.
Excuse me. She wasn't first, top 10. I apologize.
The biggest problem I have with the Leah Thomas situation is the government providing their 2 cents on left or right.
The problem I have with it is with Twitter banning people's account because they deem a woman speaking up about it is hate speech.
You know, a lot of people get uncomfortable with things that trail away from the norm, right?
No. Stop using that. That's an excuse. No.
Can I
something that trails away from the norm is something like not believing in Christianity or something, or not believing in a certain. That's something that strays away from. This is not normal. Let's stop acting like the less than 1% is normal, because it's not normal.
We had this conversation about, I think it was the tennis player, right? A tennis player that was a model on a swimsuit magazine. You remember that, right?
Yeah, I do. That you like to look at.
Sports Illustrated.
Yeah,
actually, yeah.
Yeah, you was getting
swimsuit edition.
You was getting your rocks off to it. Remember?
I mean, it's not all that. And we had this discussion. I don't know if I asked, would you? But I think
no.
I don't know if I asked.
No, it's a no. It's a heavy no.
All
I'm
right,
married.
Let's listen to what this governor, appointed U.S. political official,
Ron DeSantis, Republican governor of Florida.
Okay.
On Tuesday, he issued a proclamation declaring that the second place finisher, University of Virginia swimmer and Florida resident Emma Wyatt, was a rightful winner. By allowing men to compete in women's sports, the NCAA is destroying opportunities for women, making a mockery of its championship, is what DeSantis said, and perpetuating the fraud. In a tweet, he announced the proclamation: "In Florida, we reject these lies and recognize Sarato's Emma Wyatt as the best woman swimming in the 500 freestyle."
So he said,
"Fuck what the NCAA." Certain people got problems with me saying the word. He said, "Forget what the NCAA is saying, and that the rightful winner is a natural-born woman." I have no problem with that.
You think that's on point? That's
yeah,
right.
Very much. I have a daughter. I don't know. I'm trying to protect my daughter.
I think. Let me offer another perspective.
Go ahead. Do that? I'm listening.
When transgender decides to get involved in a sport that is regulated, they're going to go through a series of medical examinations, including blood work that tests for things like, is there more muscle mass or testosterone, or is the estrogen levels high enough? And they're compared to actual natural born women. So this swimmer named Leah Thomas has very little testosterone, just like the other natural women. High estrogen, just like the other natural.
That's after this person's natural bone structure has grown, after they've had multiple hormones already in their body.
So you think there's still a physical advantage?
It's still a physical advantage. You're not going to tell me it's not.
I mean, yeah, we can't change the bone structure once you're, we can't.
Okay, so what are we saying?
Alter that.
If you want to be groundbreaking, if you want to be, revolutionary, then why don't you try for men's sports? Show women that you can actually compete at a high level in men's sports.
That's a good idea. I like that idea.
I love it. Break the barrier. Show women and show men that women are equal. Go ahead, cross that barrier.
We know physically that's not equal.
But that's what we're saying. We're excluding it in one step, and then we're saying that it's okay in another. That doesn't make any sense.
You have an issue with this person winning, or you just have an issue with things happening after they won?
I have an issue with this community crossing over into female spaces.
I had a discussion probably a year or two ago, and it involved, hey, what do you think of transsexuals in different sports that were not what they were born as? And I think the only thing that came about from that conversation was it's not fair in most cases for men to go into women's sports. If you were born a man, to go into women's sports. And so since they're doing all this medical testing regarding hormones and testosterone and estrogen and is the chemistry makeup of this natural born man, Leah Thomas, which is now a woman, the same as other women.
This trans woman, Leah Thomas.
The only thing they can say is, here is XX sports, here is XY sports, because you can't change the chromosome. That's the only clear-cut answer.
I respect that.
That's the only thing you can do.
So stop classifying it as men and women's sports.
Yeah, XX or XY. Now, anyone can feel free to identify with any group, but when it comes to competing in a sport where you win money or sponsorship or medals,
or what about going into a bathroom? Why don't they just make XY XX? Just put an XX on the door, put an XY.
That's not a bad idea. Except sometimes XXs or XYs looks like their counterparts.
That's fine. They can look however they want.
It makes it, could be socially awkward for someone.
Who?
Whoever's in that bathroom with them.
Why?
What if I was born a girl, now I'm a man, and I go into the women's bathroom?
Are you XX or XY?
I'm XX.
Okay, are they
XY.
XX?
No, I'm XY.
My bad, XX. Are they XX?
And all the people I'm going with, okay, I get it. Yeah.
So who's uncomfortable?
Okay, I'm going in there as a man, but I was born a woman. They might be uncomfortable. I look like a man.
You're taking out of context. I said XX and XY on the door. Right now, you're talking about man and woman. I'm talking about XX and XY on the door.
XX is what I was born as.
No, XX is what's on the door, and that's what you are.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And so another XX comes into the bathroom. Then what?
We're in the right bathroom, but we look like a girl or a boy, and so there might be some confusion or uncomfortability.
With who?
With one of those people or three of those people. You've been to Sprint Center. They just got fucking a bucket row of
as a man
opening to pee, right?
You're asking me as somebody who is that going into a restaurant and seeing somebody with a wig on, how I would feel. I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care.
No.
If manly.
And people love to use the excuse that they get sexually assaulted like they are just the most helpless people in the world. They're not. Men get assaulted too. Regular XX men get assaulted. XY men get assaulted and ran through too. And get taken.
So Leah Thomas looks like a woman. She goes into the XY bathroom.
Okay.
She might get assaulted. Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, and
some drug dude in the
and Mr.
bathroom.
Black goes into the restroom as a man and gets assaulted.
So anyone can get assaulted.
Anybody can get assaulted. That's all I'm saying. But we bypass and we kind of skip over another man getting assaulted because a lot of times we don't like to talk about it. But it happens.
It's a double standard world.
It is. But I also realize it's reality. It's things that are double standards happen. Life happens. And I'm not saying that should happen, but I'm saying that it happens to anybody. Little boys, little girls, trans, straight men, heterosexual, homosexual. It happens to everybody. But we paint a picture like it only happens to a certain group.
Okay, how about this? Jessica, born a girl.
Okay.
Turns into Jesse.
Okay.
Identifying as a man.
Okay.
She's going into the XX bathroom.
Okay.
With women.
Yeah.
Your daughter is in that XX bathroom. Jesse comes in. She's on testosterone. She's got muscles. She's got tats. She looks like a dude.
Okay.
Do you think your daughter's going to feel comfortable?
I think my daughter's going to feel like she can handle herself against another natural born woman.
I'm talking even in schools. What if we got XX and XY in schools?
Listen, bro, I've been around a natural born woman transitioned into a natural born man, a man, and still,
and what?
Still a natural born woman when it came down to conflict.
Might whoop your ass.
No, matter of fact, they was asking, "Why don't you get him? Get him?" And I looked at him like, "You're supposed to be a man. Man up." But you wanted me to put this client in the safety hole. No. Man up.
Oh, you work with the trans?
Yeah, I have. Yes. And I look.
So you got some inside perspective. You could ask some questions.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because they're defensive and they're always thinking somebody's trying to attack them.
You look like you have the face of an attacker. You
How?
come in there as a, hey.
What the fuck? What does that look like? In the face of an attacker?
Bro, you can wear as many different hats as you want, but that ain't going to cover that receding hairline. And when you take that off, you have the face.
Actually, I don't have a receding hairline. I got a partial bald spot right here. I can admit my fault.
You can approach your coworker and be like, hey, man.
You have a receding everything.
You could approach your coworker, hey, I got a couple questions. I would like to understand you, the community, your perspective a little better. And they probably would say, okay, what's going on in your mind?
I've tried this.
Have you?
Yes.
They said what?
That they was born like this. And I said, that makes it sound like a disease. So is this a sickness or is it a disease? And they was like,
oh, see.
What? They act like they can't stop being who they are. So it sounds like, to me, a disease. And then they asked me like, so were you born naturally attracted to females? And I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. I just decided to like females. I knew I didn't like males. I didn't want to feel attracted to males. But I never know if I'm actually attracted to males because I've never had it go that way. And it's not something I look forward to.
You need to try that, actually.
No, I don't. You do. But I'm just saying, like,
it might open your eyes.
Oh no,
I don't know.
I'm comfortable where I'm at.
Okay,
I love where I'm at, and I'm content. I am very content. I love it. And all I'm saying is sometimes this conversation doesn't go well.
Say this stuff like, "Are you a disease?"
I didn't say that. I said you're making it sound like a disease. That's what I said, because they said that they can't help who they was born as. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that sounds like, autism or something like that.
That person can't help he was born a woman, but he relates as a man.
It can't help that they feel like they're a man. And I'm like, and then when I ask them the question, how do you feel like you're a man? They can't say. They'd be like, it's my personal experience. What does that mean? Did you just like things that boys like?
G.I. Joes.
Do you like dressing up like in clothes that are deemed male? I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
So until you could tell, because I could tell you what being a man is or what being a boy is, but I don't know what your perception is or what you think it is.
You already tried to approach this person. Say, hey,
I've tried to approach that community in several different ways because I like the discussion. I like the talk.
They probably seen your videos hating on them already.
That's not hating.
Bro, you just said Leah Thomas ain't you think that's not the rightful winner. That community says,
what I said is that if you want to break a barrier for women and that you want to show that women are equal as men, then why don't you go into men's sport instead of going into women's sport? That's all I'm asking. Because you're not breaking down barriers if you're not trying to really break down barriers. What it seems like is you're seeking attention and you're seeking fame by crossing over. And that's just horrible. It's not a great person to be around.
It's only transsexual, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a touchy topic because we don't know really what their perspective is, what goes through their mind. We can only look and see their actions and conclude something. But we need someone to ask. Let's talk. Let's have these questions.
What would be your question?
How do you feel? How do you feel your decision has been received by people you meet in public?
My question is, what makes you a man?
Okay, why do you feel you're a man? And tell me the qualities that define you as a man versus you as just as what you.
I've had this discussion on Facebook, and they never could tell me what makes them a man.
Maybe and they like women.
That's a difficult decision. That's a difficult discussion. Because we can never have a discussion if you can't answer. Because I can answer your question of what makes me a man, but you can't answer my question of what makes you a man or what makes you feel like you're a man.
So what they said, I feel like I'm a protector. I provide. I watch over my family.
So can a mother and her children. That doesn't make you a man. What experiences did you go through?
Well, they won't have that.
No. That's what I mean. What expectations are put on you as a man? And do you exceed those expectations or do you fulfill those expectations? When you're needed to step up to do something that a man is usually needed to step up, that's tedious, strength-wise or, to assert yourself, dominance, do you show that? How well do you do with interacting with other social peers in a negative way? I don't think they go through that. The teasing, the bullying, the expectations of being a man in a relationship.
It's a lot to unpack.
It's a lot. And then people want to say, that's not healthy. But that's growing up and being strong. That's being a man. That's being accountable. That's being a leader. You go through those phases where sometimes you're bullied, you're picked on because you're expected to be a certain way.
Did they used to bully you?
I got bullied in, I want to say first, second grade by some girls.
Some girls bullied you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was taught not to hit girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe they like me is what,
Nah, I probably wouldn't.
I was hot. I was hot. But yeah, every day they corner me into the corner in the recess or whatever. And they just start picking on me, like touching me, like pushing me or something like that.
What'd you do? Stop it.
I didn't do nothing. I guess I took it. Pause.
Was that a traumatic experience for you?
I don't think it was traumatic. I think it helped mold me, helped build me into.
I got beat up by a girl.
She was a big girl. She was a big girl.
And her brother and her other
Matter of fact, at 16, she beat up a guy that was 18.
I was only like 10.
Yeah. She was a big girl.
I remember that.
But I stepped in. I was like, don't do that to her. I think she respected me.
I don't think you were there when that happened.
Yeah. Because then it was just Jeremy and his brother.
I think she already whooped my ass, and then it was like an extra day or two. They were still messing with me. Yeah, then maybe you stepped.
I think I stopped the brothers from jumping you. I used to pick on the brother because
I whooped their ass now.
Maybe. Never know.
Easily.
Okay. Hey.
If they watching. Didn't you say you seen dude?
It was a while ago.
Snaggletooth, that's what I used to call him. Because he had that chip in his tooth.
I used to.
Anyway.
I feel sorry for what I did.
We talk a lot, man.
Yeah.
Let us know your thoughts on Leah Thomas. The governor of Florida says we're not going to recognize this person as the real winner.
The young lady that was disqualified said that it wasn't right. Her Twitter got deleted. Her account got suspended. So, until...
Where do you stand? You got to have a stance, or you just don't care.
I mean, until women start speaking up, it's nothing that I can do about it. Where are the feminists at now?
But when they speak up, they get shut down, huh?
By who?
Twitter.
Oh.
She spoke up, and she got shut down, right?
Where are the feminist groups? Where are the montage of women that speak up when they feel like they're being unfairly treated? Where are the women coming to her defense?
Yeah. If they're not mad, then it's good, right?
I guess. I think people think as long as it don't affect them, that they don't care.
Yeah.
And that's a horrible attitude to have, especially if you have kids. You have girls.
Probably that one girl that got blocked on Twitter said that a couple years ago. I don't care about it.
Yeah, probably.
Now it affected her. She's like, hold up, wait a second.
Should have spoke on it because, like I said, she's been doing this. Leah Thomas has been doing this for years now. So, a few years. Should have spoke up at first.
What if she gets implants?
I think they all should get the surgery. You're not real until you get it cut off.
Dang.
You want to be? Cut it off. Let us know that it's real.
What's that? Euthanization.
Yeah,
right
ain't no going back. If you think that this is what you is, go full court. And then I'll probably look at it different. Like, okay.
So then you would.
Yeah. I'd be like, okay, you made a big change. Live with it.
Does Leah Thomas have surgery or not?
No. Have the surgery. Cut it all off. Breast too. Think about going up. Breast too. Gotta go.
They gotta go or they gotta come?
They gotta go.
What you mean?
If you a young lady crossing over to be a man,
oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
It's no raps, no sports brawl, nope. They gone. Get rid of them.
There's some fat dudes with boobs.
Get rid of them.
Let us know your thoughts on this opinion, or any kind of current event, topic, issue. War in Russia, trans swimming champions.
I'll let you talk about that because I refuse to.
Trump 2024. Whatever you want to talk about.
Kanye West 2024.
Fuck no. Get the fuck out of here. Biden 2024.
Kanye West 2024. Send it down.
Like, share, subscribe. We out.
Peace.